We come now to a very unique challenge, Bristol Motor Speedway.
Can I get a, it's Bristol, baby. Oh!
We'll see whose inner animal escapes here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
What's up, Bristol? Welcome to NASCAR Trackside Live. Oh, it's a beautiful day here in Bristol, Thunder Valley, the last great Coliseum, my home track. I'm so glad you're here. We got to start out the morning with an It's Bristol, baby. Y'all want to help me out with that? All right, here we go on the count of three. 3, 2, 1. It's Bristol, baby. Oh, I love the enthusiasm. My name's Jose Castillo.
My name's Amy Long. So great to be here today. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up, and hello to everyone over there on NASCAR.com. Thanks for following along with us at NASCAR Trackside on Instagram and Twitter. You're the greatest fans in the world, and we brought you a great show today. Are you ready to hear who's coming on? Yeah. So we've got the Dillon brothers joining us today. Two-time world champion Bill Goldberg's going to be here. Monster Energy NASCAR Cup champion Joey Logano is going to be here. Driver of the number 24, William Byron, and Hall of Famer Rusty Wallace.
Woo! Well, that is a big Bristol-sized show for you. So, fans, I got to ask, are you ready, Bristol? Come on, let me hear you make some noise. Well, let's do this thing. All right, let's welcome to the stage, please, a big Bristol welcome for Austin Dillon and the number 3 Simba Court Pit Crew. Come on out, folks.
Nice.
Look at that.
Making it rain orange Simba Court hats.
I love
like
it. That's a beautiful thing to see first thing in the morning.
We got a lot more hats to go.
Everybody loves free stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you brought the right guys with the right arms to throw those things out there.
They love to throw out tickets in the morning here.
Is that what it is?
Baby, whoa.
So you guys all really like to compete. You can tell.
We love it.
It's kind of in the job description for you. So Jose and I have come up with a little bit of a relay for you guys. Do you want to play?
Yes.
go.
we want
All right,
to
let's
play.
get this going.
Who wants to see us play? Come on, huh?
Yeah. All right, Paul, Lisa, Justin, let's go this way.
All
You're
right,
coming
so
with me.
Team Amy is going to take Austin,
Team
your
Amy's
pit
full
crew.
of losers over there.
Oh,
They're going down.
ow, man. We're going to have to see how this plays out. Well, let's start out by, first of all, explaining what the game is. This is the number 3 challenge relay. You like this? All right, so here's how this works. We have 3 stations set up here and 3 stations set up over on the game stage. The first team to complete all 3 relays will win the challenge and bragging rights.
We definitely have those bragging rights over here.
Heck yeah. So here's the 3 games. First of all, I need one of you to be a hula hooper.
We have selected our hula hooper.
You
This
got
is
it.
Darrell Edwards, everyone.
Yeah, give it up for Darrell. All right, next up, we're going to need a person to throw a ball into each of the 6 cups.
This is
Who's going to
Kenny
do that?
from our Simmacourt team.
All right, Kenny, come on right over here. You're going to stand right on that
He's
X
from
right there.
Bristol, y'all. Give him a little round of applause.
Yeah. And then finally, our final contestant is going to be over on our cup stacking. Now, if you want to step to the other side of the stage there, Austin, we have 4 cups and 4 cards. You're going to have to take a cup, put a card on top, a cup, and a card on top till you have 4 cups. Then you're going to pull out the cards and try to stack all 4 cups to the bottom.
That's impossible.
Yeah, you can do it. We've tested this out this morning. It's going to be great.
For you.
Oh, I hear a little smack talk from
Hey,
the other
bro,
team
you
over
already
there.
took the L this week in the basketball league. Don't take another one
Yeah,
today.
don't worry about it.
Oh,
You give us your
no.
best shot. We didn't play too good.
I
Now
like
you can't
this
wait
smack
until
talking.
you have to wait until he's done throwing all the balls in. So you can't keep it up right now. You're gonna have to start it out. All right. So fans, what do you think? Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Team Jose over here,
Boo!
or Team Amy? All right. Well,
Thanks, guys.
let's count it down.
How many
Our
cups
hula
are
hooper
there
ups
that we're
first.
supposed to stack?
4 cups
Pay attention.
Why do I have 6?
in case you drop one. We're looking out for you. All right, are we ready? Hula hoopers. All right, fans, help me count down in 3, 2, 1, go. 10
Let's
seconds.
go, Lisa.
Hula hoop races. Oh, she's falling.
10th
Oh,
out.
man, we
Drop,
lost it.
drop,
Pick it
drop
up,
the
pick it
hula
up.
hoop. Next up. You're good. You're
Back it back
good.
up.
You can stop.
Let's
Next
keep
up.
going. Yeah.
Yes, you got one in. 2 in.
You got it. 10 seconds. Let's go, Paul. I
Amy?
got one in.
How's the hoop going?
Oh, we're doing well. We're moving on to our second challenge. We're good, Lisa. You're good. Unless
All
you
right.
want to keep going.
All right, we got, let's see, one. Oh, you're in. All 6 are
We're
in.
moving on to our third challenge, Jose.
Final challenge.
All right, Jose, how you guys doing over there?
Looking good. Austin's got all 4 cups stacked up. Oh, you got to get them perfectly even.
All right, over here on the B stage,
Come
we've
on over
got,
here,
we're
cheer 'em
stacking
on.
some cups up here. All right, now we start taking the cards out from in between. Got to make those nice. All right,
Amy,
battery
here we
set.
go. We're going to see how he does. Oh!
Did he-
Start with the top card and pull it out each one and drop it down. I like that.
All right, we're restacking over here, Jose.
It's looking good over there.
Oh,
Oh,
just
that looks pretty
lost
close.
it again. How you doing over there?
You know what? We're looking good. Austin's going for his second try here. Now you start at the top.
All right, you got
Oh.
this. All right,
Oh!
nice. All right, can I let you in on a little secret over here, Justin? Try to flick the card out.
All right, Amy, we
Quick
just heard a
motions.
little hint that if you flick the card and start at the top,
Flip it, not flick it.
flick it.
Flip to the side.
Flick it. Yeah! Oh!
Come on, boss.
All right,
Oh,
cheer him
it's
on.
all right. We're starting from the top again over here. How you guys doing, Jose?
Struggling over there. Nope.
Oh! No helping, no help.
You
I
got
like
this,
it.
Justin. Nice. Nice. One more. And he got it! And we have a winner! Hey, nice job. Nice job. Nice job. Hey, what were you thinking whenever you were flipping the cards out?
I wasn't gonna get it.
Boss, it was on you. Crunch time and you did it.
And he did it. And he did it. Jose, how do you guys
Get his
feeling over there?
confidence up today, guys. He's the gas man over there. We gotta make sure you get the car full, so we let him win today. We felt good. We get his confidence up.
Well, I know you guys have a lot of work to do before the Food City 500, so we'll go ahead and let you guys go. Thanks so much for joining us out here, NASCAR Trackside Live.
All right, Austin, Dillon, you're going to stick around with us and play or answer a few questions with it. But before we do that, let's take
How did he do that?
well, we're going to see. We're going to go to instant replay right here and check out the highlights. Fans, let's see how Team Amy pulled out a win. I don't know. That was pretty tight. I got to say, everybody did a really, really good job with it. And that was fun to watch. I like how you gave confidence to the fuel man. You're like, hey, he's got to do it. Here we go. Let's see how they did. All right. There's. Oh, it was a bold move going for the bottom.
Bottom cup was the way to go.
Oh man, it was a tough, but it was a win.
Did he flick the cards or did he pull one at a time?
Amy, did he flick the cards or not?
Well, you gave the secret away, and then, he started flicking them, so it worked.
worked out.
It worked
It was
out.
a flick. Well,
Totally worked out.
here.
Should've whispered the secret.
Whispered it to only your team?
I was yelling the secret. It was so loud. Everybody was having a good time.
Yeah. I'm loving those bright green Symbicort colors on your pit crew, by the way. You can't really miss them whenever they're hopping over the wall,
look good,
right?
don't they?
They look really great. Tell us a little bit about your partnership with Symbicort.
Yeah, our partnership with Symbicort's been great. We've had a good time on and off the track with them. To learn more about Symbicort, go to mysymbicort.com. We've done some really cool videos also on YouTube. It's been a fun relationship and just looking forward to the future with them.
That's great. Well, thanks again to Symbicort for being a partner with Austin and up here on NASCAR Trackside Live as well. I want to talk about Bristol because, first of all, look at the fans here. We love coming to Bristol. Great fans here. And I know the drivers talk about over the years how you can hear and see the fans from the car when you're going around. And that's a pretty special thing when you're driving around and being able to hear the noise of the crowd over the engines and over the craziness. So what's it like driving around and hear the fans here at Bristol?
Well, Bristol, these guys are original race fans. These guys are the people that we come to race for, and we love coming to Bristol because of the intense racing, the side-by-side racing that you guys get to see today. It'll be wild out there, man. We'll be right up against the fence pretty early after that bottom wears out, and you guys get to see us sliding and hitting off each other and hopefully winning races.
Yeah, there's a lot of tossing of gear that happens at Bristol for some reason.
I saw that image of Stewart throwing that helmet the other day. It's so funny, because he used 2 hands when he threw it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a awkward throw, but it hit perfect, man. He drilled the windshield of Kenz's car.
Yeah.
Have you put in your helmet throwing practice? You're gonna try to keep that at bay.
I play a little baseball, so I figure I could toss a helmet if I had to. But I like my helmets personally. I don't want to throw them anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we would keep all that gear that you can for sure. When people talk about Bristol Motor Speedway, they also talk about the mountains and being able to get outdoors and food and et cetera. So do you have a favorite Bristol thing that you like to sneak away and do, or is there something that you enjoy when you come up here to the Mountain South?
Yeah, there's a Bass Pro Shops right up the road. I like to go and enjoy the Bass Pro. I've always been a Bass Pro guy. I love the outdoors and fishing. I was turkey hunting earlier this week in Texas.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I had a good time. Was able to get a turkey, and I think their turkey season comes in here pretty soon here in Bristol.
It does. Have you seen the turkey that they have inside the entrance at Bass Pro Shops? It's a Tennessee record turkey.
Oh, wow.
That he shot on the property before they opened Bass Pro Shops. So,
no way.
Yeah, they actually got that turkey right there. Next time you're in there, take a look. It's huge. That thing's
crazy.
massive.
Big Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Big old Thanksgiving dinner. So during qualifying, you were saying patience is key. Talk about qualifying a little bit this time around. Because I was there for qualifying, and you could drop a pin and hear it. Because it was so quiet. I was like, are they?
Weren't the fans booing at one point or something, waiting for us to go?
I think they were
wasn't
cheering
bring
too.
That part up.
There was cheering.
Okay. I don't know. We wait so late because here we don't try and draft. That's not like the patience factor. It's more just waiting for the track to come in. I don't know what it is about the concrete track and the VHT on the bottom of the track, but as it compounds, it needs more heat. So you wait. You don't want to be the first one out there because it's a little slick. The next couple cars are the perfect time to go out. So we wait a long time, let somebody else go warm up the track, and then go out there and try and cut a lap. So that was why qualifying we waited as long as we did. It shouldn't be like that most places, but this weekend it was because the track's not perfect to be the first car out.
I want to let you know that I helped to warm up the track this morning in a pace car ride.
Yeah.
And
so it's ready, the bottom line? I'm starting on the bottom today. If you got a little heat in the track, that's good.
It's ready, just so you know. And
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Yeah, tell them who gave you a drive around the
Daniel
track.
Hemrick.
Oh,
he
Hemrick,
pulled up,
yeah, my
rolled the
teammate.
window down. I was like, what are you doing here? I know what I'm doing here. What are you doing here?
Awesome.
So, it was crazy. The banking, though, is unlike anything
Isn't it
I've
like
seen.
when you walk down in the place, it really feels unreal. I mean, if you go down inside and look out, it's a gladiator dome. You guys, I've sat in the stands and looked down in it. It's just a crazy place to be in. And that's what I love about this place. It's different than any sports facility that you can go to ever. I mean, just the visual of this place is really cool.
Yeah, and they call it the last great Coliseum. And again, we have unique trophies in this sport. I love that about NASCAR. But here, you get a sword when you win the race. I don't know, and we've seen some funny things over the years with the sword.
I was going to hashtag the sword and the stone today. Like, I'm trying to, King Arthur.
I like that,
medieval
yes.
times, like, pull the sword from the stone somehow.
Oh, that's cool. If he wins today, we'll bring a stone up into Victory Lane. So, Jerry Caldwell,
let me
Bristol
pull
team.
the sword
Yes.
from the stone.
Yes.
That'd be pretty cool, huh?
That was one of my favorite movies. I love Merlin. He was my favorite.
Merlin's your favorite? You like magic?
I really liked him. He was cool.
Harry
But
Potter?
I'm into that also.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, all about that. What about you?
I loved Harry Potter, man. I was a big Harry Potter fan. Not gonna lie, watched them all.
Yeah.
Yep.
They did a
and
great
listened
job.
to the books on tape.
Yeah.
That was a lot of traveling back then. So when you riding down the road, you could hear it on the tape. The guy that did the audiobooks were pretty impressive. Sorry, I'm nerding out right now.
No,
so
no,
let's-
no,
it's
it's
okay.
good.
Move on.
Who's your favorite character? No, let's
My
not.
favorite character is definitely. I got to go with. Sirius Black was pretty cool. But Harry, I got to go with Harry. I mean,
Yeah.
he's saving the day most of the time.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Heck yeah, he's the hero. Well, it's good because my daughter Sophia's out here somewhere. She's a huge Harry Potter fan as well. She's right there.
Good
so,
stuff.
Yeah,
Love it.
she's a Harry Potter. So good. It's topical information. Yeah.
Yes.
So they also released the Darlington paint schemes, and yours is great, and it's
it's on
such
fire.
an honor. Yeah.
Yeah, so this year with being 50th anniversary at RCR, we wanted to come up with a cool paint scheme for the Darlington throwback, and we're using my grandfather's old black and gold number 3. There's a video on my Instagram if you want to check it out. It looks really good. Actually, the guy that beat me in the cup contest created the video, so check it out. It's an awesome looking car, the black and gold paint scheme for Darlington.
Austin Dillon, thank you so much for joining us here on the NASCAR Trackside Live today and bringing your team with you to play a game.
Yeah.
We love having you here.
I know. I've already started with the L, so it only goes up from here. We can get W's after this. But I want to thank SimbaCourt also for being a part of this. And I love the NASCAR Trackside Live, so thank you guys.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so
All right,
much.
fans.
Good luck today.
Yeah, give it up for Austin Dillon and that number 3. And thanks again to SimbaCourt. If you've got questions about SimbaCourt, you can find out more at SimbaCourt.com and see one of our representatives around here. And get yourselves one of those sweet orange spicy hats. I love it.
Fans, how about it? Already having a good time out here. We've got much more NASCAR Trackside Live. I saw Goldberg backstage ready to join us up here. Joey Logano is going to be here as well. Don't forget to pull out your phones. Give us a follow at NASCAR Trackside because we have all of these fantastic guests signing out giveaways. We want to give those away to you, so give us a follow. Tag us in all your pictures, NASCAR Trackside. Can't wait to retweet those, too.
I know. So you guys get out your phone, take a little quick photo and video because we're getting ready for our next guests right here. Fans, are y'all having a good time? All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. 2 champions. First, Bill Goldberg and Joey Logano. Come on out here, guys. How are you doing? And I'm doing awesome. Welcome. Good to see you too. How you doing, Joey?
Auto Trader hat.
Look at that. Ooh, oh, look, getting an
he's gonna
autographed
sign
one
it, too.
here.
Hey, Joey.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you. It's always good to carry a marker with you, right?
Come on here, have it. Join a seat.
Yes. Welcome out to NASCAR Trackside Live. How you guys doing this morning?
Doing great. It's
Awesome.
Bristol. It's race day. How can you do better?
There we go. Now I can reach. Perfect. So I saw you backstage, and it's just, you're so larger than life.
I don't know. I feel small sitting next to Joey here.
Yeah,
It's
right.
making me look like I'm in a baby
I
chair.
just need you after the race a couple times every now and again.
I'll be there to pick you up if you win.
Well, I have to start out with the question that's on everybody's mind because you are going to be helping out with driver introductions today. And apparently, so am I. So the two of us together are going to get to announce these gladiators here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And you're doing the top 10. And 7th is the man sitting right next to you, Joey Logano. So does he get an extra special, a little shout out there when you do his intro?
All my guys that I have relations with from the past get special shout outs. Absolutely. There's no question. But they don't know what it's going to be like until it actually happens, right? That's part of the allure, part of the surprise.
Ooh. What do you think he's
Yeah,
going to
I
do?
feel like, I mean, your introduction's great, but then, like, we kind of walk out, we're like, hey, like, we don't really know what to do, you know? And it's like all this energy, it's like, hi.
I'm just going to pick one of the top 10 I'm going to pick up randomly and just spin them in the air.
That
So
would make it better.
We'll see who it is.
That might be you.
all
I
right,
need like a
please.
table. I just
I
smash
don't know,
a
Austin's
table or
kinda
something. I
small,
could
so
get a
it-
folding chair or something. I need
Hey,
something.
you never know.
Cool
We do
in
have
there.
WrestleMania tonight, so
Yes.
I guess wrestling's in the air a little bit today.
It is. I would love to see, Joey. I want some kind of reaction. So we're
I
looking
need a
for something
better
special.
reaction. All right.
Yeah, I want to see some
Impressive.
theatrics. You said pick up a chair, maybe throw it.
Hey, something.
Just
something
bring a chair
big.
out when I introduce you and hit me over the head.
I feel like that'd be a really bad idea for
No,
me.
man, you have my permission.
You have his permission. I don't think he probably doesn't give many
It's
people
on
that
you.
permission.
Not sure I can do that to you.
You can do
I
it.
feel all right.
So,
You can do it.
Jose, we're sitting up here with champions right now.
I know. It's pretty amazing. It is. It's fun. Well, thank you guys for coming out. We were comparing notes, and one of the questions we had was, you both have pretty sweet garages. And we were wondering, back and forth, like maybe sharing some of your favorite rides back and forth, and maybe some of the fun things that you've done with some of your vehicles.
What's got the most horsepower in your garage?
Ooh.
Most power, I got a Ford GT.
Yeah.
And that's, I think it's around 680 or something like that in horsepower. It goes pretty fast. It's pretty good. It'll get me in trouble.
How do you fit in it?
I barely fit in it.
Because I drove Kurtz in the Gold Rush Rally.
Yeah, and you're just...
And they had to pour me in it, and they had to get
Your head sitting like this.
Yeah, they had to get like an extractor machine to get me out of it.
You know, it's funny. Like that's the most horsepower, but to me, the most fun is I have a 1922 Ford Model T, all original, and
cool.
your top speed's like 25.
But it's so comfortable when you drive.
You're comfortable, and you feel like you're going 120. That thing, yeah, wooden wheels. The thing's all over the place, but it's a lot of fun. How about you,
dude? You know, I've got a 2016 Dodge Hellcat that's being delivered in a couple weeks with 950 horsepower, and it's a 6-speed, so it'll be fun. But I got,
That'll be a lot of
man,
fun.
I'm Santa
They
Claus
even
for
gave you
Dodge,
the
for
shirt.
God's sakes, man. You know, the Hellcats and the Red Eyes and the Demons. I mean, what they've done with horsepower these days is unbelievable. It's something that I never thought I'd see again. Of course, with my white beard, you guys know that I'm so old that I was around for the first muscle car era. But, you know, during those days, Yanko and guys like that, I mean, they were putting out 450, 500 horsepower, and we didn't think that was ever going to happen again. And now we can buy a Demon with 840 horsepower right from the showroom. So it is a wonderful time, ladies and gentlemen, but let me...
So you're all about the new cars then? Any old stuff?
Come on, man. Yeah, absolutely. I got a 63 Dodge 330 factory aluminum lightweight drag car that you'd love.
There we go.
Because you go down the road at 120 and you're shifting with your finger. It's a push button.
Okay.
It's like a
Wait,
typewriter.
you're going down the road at 120? I hope
When you're drag racing.
Yes, I hope it's a drag strip.
When you're drag racing, absolutely. I'm much more responsible. Absolutely.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm an old school guy too. 69 Hemi Charger and Coronets and GTXs, convertible, and all kind of goofy Dodge
Mopar guy
stuff.
if I ever heard one.
I'm a Mopar guy.
And you're sitting next to a Ford guy over here, though.
That's
you know.
all right. I'm the mayor of Muscleville, damn it.
The mayor of Muscleville.
Yeah, the fans were asking earlier about an arm wrestling match or something. I was like, I don't know. I think the horsepower match is probably a good enough for us.
Well, see, here's the deal. I'm old and I'm old school, and you know it's time for the new kids on the block. Even though Joey's been around for a couple years, it's time for them to have the stage, man. So I'm here just like everybody else. I'm a fan of what these guys and girls at times do, and well, thank you very much. I need all the fans I can get, But NASCAR is in my blood, man. I mean, I lived in Dawsonville for 18 years, right near, you know, Ernie and Bill Elliott, and I've been a fan of Joey's for such a long time. And it's the first time I ever went to a race was here in Bristol. So it means a lot to me to come back. It means a lot to me to be a part of what these guys do because I'm a fan just like anybody else.
So something else that needs to come back. So WCW actually sponsored a car back in '99, and it had your face on it.
Yeah, that was awesome. I got the hood in my garage.
You have the hood in your garage still?
Yeah.
I had the little Hot
The
Wheels.
die-cast?
Yeah, the little die-cast.
When
yeah.
you were like 12 back then.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. But I had that, yes. Yes. Who drove that car?
Who drove that car?
Don't look at me. I can't,
None of us remember.
I can't remember. There's not anybody here old
Someone
enough
here's got to remember.
He went, Jerry Nadeau went to
Jerry
Georgia.
Nadeau.
There you
All
go.
right.
Go down.
Nice.
My man, historian
nice
out
memory.
here.
Our
Yeah.
fans are
Very good.
smarter than us. I like that. I love
Awesome.
that. That's
Hey,
good.
you need
He
one
needs
of
a
these.
hat.
Oh,
Oh,
there
you
you
get a
go.
hat.
Oh, that's
Jeez.
perfect.
You get that. Thank you. Let me see these
Here, you
boots.
sign up, we'll sign
Are
it.
these
Oh, that's nice.
Stingray
You're right, you
boots?
gotta-
Yes, ma'am.
These are Stingray. I knew that was Stingray. Jose, you see these boots?
I
in
know.
there?
I love those boots. I think I'm going to have to get a pair in white, maybe. There you go. Where's he at?
Nice.
Even though you're wearing that stuff, we'll still give you that hat.
That stuff.
I didn't hear that. I'm sure I was the
I
butt of the
just
joke.
played. Come on,
No,
we're
no,
gonna have a
no.
little fun
Oh, I
here
didn't hear
today.
nothing.
He's wearing somebody
have a little fun.
else's merch on
I
him.
don't care.
Yeah.
Is it Steve Austin stuff?
Hey, did we just change your mind? Are you going to wear that hat that they just threw out, and are you switching drivers now? Oh, we put him on the
he's thinking
spot.
Then you
about
better
it.
give
That
it to
was
somebody else.
He's thinking
Because I'm
about
coming
it.
for you.
Oh, that was very
There you go.
nice. Very nice. I like that. Well, you know what? How about a little friendly bet? If Joey wins today, you throw all that stuff in the trash and become a Joey Logano fan.
And have to run around the track in a G-string.
Or you could go that route.
With Joey's signature on it.
Oh.
You know what? Just wear that stuff. You'll be fine.
You could keep the shirt.
Never
and hat.
mind.
I'm just trying to make it exciting, right?
And that's what you bring is the excitement, right?
Well, you have to.
I love it.
You have to. I mean, this is a fun atmosphere. You got to ramp it up. Because it's Bristol, baby, ain't it?
That's what I wanted to hear. Talk about driver intros in the last great Coliseum, and the winner gets a sword. I mean, this is literally gladiators going out there to battle and do war.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like on the gridiron. It's unbelievable. Rubbin's racing, I mean, that term was kind of made for this track. And like I said, the first track I ever went to, and there's a reason for it. This is my favorite place. I don't know about the drivers. I'm sure some of them really love it as far as being short track guys or guys that like to bump a lot. And, you know,
I seem to like it.
What about you, Joey?
I seem to like this place. Honestly, when someone asks you what's your favorite track, I always say Bristol. Bristol it's a fun track, man. It's the highest bank corners on a half-mile racetrack. We're turning lap times 14 and a half, 14.8 seconds or so. Golly, that's really fast. It's really, really fast. And there's cars around you constantly, and the track's constantly changing. It is the most physically and mentally demanding race of the year.
And they broke the lap record the other day, so it's not like you guys are slowing down.
No, we're going plenty fast. So, and you're right up against the wall, and you're running into each other. You're doing all. I mean, it's just a cool race. And for a fan, I don't care where you're sitting. You got a great seat.
Yeah, you do.
It doesn't matter. And I think that's what I wish there was more Bristols.
So how quickly do those laps go by? Because you guys are flying around there, and this is a really small track.
They go by quick, but when you say 500 laps, that's pretty grueling, and you're exhausted at the end of it. You're fighting so many G-forces here, and you got to be so quick with your reactions on what the car is doing because you're running right up against the wall. So a mistake is you hit the wall, and it's game over most likely. So you got to be on it for a long, long time. And when you go to racetracks, maybe a mile long or mile and a half that are longer, you have a straightaway to just, okay, let me take a break and breathe, and then you get back into the corner again. Well, here, you never really straighten out. By the time you get to the wall, you're right back into the corner again, and that's just what it is over and over and over again. You try to find that rhythm. You try to get that consistency of moving through the field, but it's tough, and that's what makes it special, though. It is the toughest racetrack that we go to. And that's why winning here means more than most racetracks.
After such a serious answer, I need to break the ice a little bit.
Sorry.
Do you guys wear Depends or something like that?
There's the question.
Because, like, in the long races, like, what do you do, man?
Well,
like,
that all
have you ever had
depends,
to
right?
pee on your pee?
It all depends.
Come on, tell us. Nobody's listening. They won't tell anybody.
Today you won't.
No, today.
Today it'll be warm, and you're working so hard in the car, you're sweating so much.
So
you don't have to.
Have you, Joe?
Of course I had.
There you go.
And it's disgusting, all right? It's nasty. It
I
happens.
played the NFL, dude. I did it once or twice or 3 times. So
I mean,
you got to do what you got to do.
And
The heat of the battle.
You really try not to.
Wait a minute.
Because it's
No,
like
I go out and try
it is disgusting.
to. Yeah, no question.
I feel like in a race car, when you're in your own private area, on the football field?
Well, yeah.
What?
What am I going to do? Say time out and run into the locker room?
Sure.
You can't do that.
Did anybody see you?
The team needed me.
You don't want to
Anybody
get hit
notice?
with a full bladder. It's not a good day.
Did
Not a good
anybody
day.
see me? We sweat so
Did
much.
they notice?
Nobody can tell. Plus, it's water at that point, so
That's
it's
true.
That's true. That's true.
change the subject. Sorry about that.
Anyways, yeah,
no,
thanks
no.
for that.
How did it come back on me?
Hard-hitting questions. I like that. One final question for you guys. Have you ever had the chance to ride together in a car? And if so, or if not, how can we make that happen? Because I think the two of you together, taking a little ride along would be awesome to watch. Wouldn't you guys like to see
We'd
that?
have a lot of fun.
Sounds like a dinner date.
You're riding with me, right?
I'd love
drive?
to. Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's go. I'm cool with it.
Dude, I've driven with the Skinner and all the crazy guys throughout the years, so you ain't going to scare me.
All right.
That's for sure.
All right.
It'll be a lot of fun.
We'll have a lot of fun. We'll do some good stuff.
I think that's a challenge right
Well,
there.
yeah, yeah.
It's not a challenge. He's not
So
going to
wait.
make me puke, but
Let's say you're behind the wheel though. you're gonna scare him a little, or
I don't think it's possible for me to scare him, except
you
for the fact that he doesn't have control when I'm behind the wheel.
I am scared riding in the passenger seat. I'm scared about my wife drives. I'm scared crapless. I mean, it's just, let's be honest here. I drive everywhere. I drive up to here. I drive everywhere. I don't like riding in the passenger. I get car sick, for one. And that's also my excuse for, hey, let me drive. I get car sick. But really,
and I need to control this situation.
Unfortunately, my wife's a stunt woman and can drive circles around me.
Oh, okay.
Completely. So I emasculate myself
that's pretty
every
cool.
time.
I didn't know that.
It's cool for you because it's,
It sounds
cool.
like a double
It's
date.
cool, but it sucks.
She's doing
I'm
stunts down the
Goldberg,
road.
the mayor of Muscleville, like for Dodge, right? And this little 115-pound girl can just
Driving
wipe.
you in.
Absolutely. She killed me.
It sounds like a double date is in order then.
I'm
know,
ready.
right?
We'll take a Winnebago.
Sounds good.
Oh, that's perfect.
The Winnebago.
I love it. All right, well, final predictions for today. You're getting ready to do driver intros. You're going to start the Food City 500, rolling off 7th. What are we going to see today here at Bristol, the last great Coliseum?
We're going to see one hell of a race. Rubbin's racing. We're going to see what we've seen year after year after year. And hopefully, not just because I'm sitting next to him, Logano pulls it out today.
Well, I hope so. We got a good car. We got a real good car. We've won here a couple times before. This track is going to go through some serious transitions as you watch this race to start. Maybe after the first 5 or 6 laps, the bottom's going to come in and cars are going to be ripping down there, going really fast. That's going to start clumping up with rubber. Then you're going to see cars move up the racetrack. Then that's going to clump up with rubber. And then there's no grip anywhere. And the cars will be sliding around everywhere. And it just all depends on how many cautions there is in this race. If there's a lot of cautions, you may see the bottom play more. If you see the long runs happening, you're going to see the top play more. So it just kind of depends on how that goes. And it takes something different to run the bottom as it does in the top. So setting up your car is really tough. And so we're hoping we went the right way with our adjustments. We set it up for one lane here and kind of put all our cards in that bucket. And I think it'll pay off, I hope. That's the advantage we have of already won a race. We can go all in on one way and really hope that it works out and we grab a win here today.
Well, before we let you go, since we have the two of you to go together, Goldberg, is there any wrestling move that Joey should have on hand in case he needs to use it here at Bristol in case it gets a little nasty?
Yeah, post-race.
Well,
Just have Goldberg next to me after the race.
We've
I've never gotten a
we've
fight
always
at
got the
Bristol.
spear, right?
Maybe a hammerlock, too?
So, I mean, it's pretty apropos, and you could use your car to spear your competitors, right?
That's your advice.
There you go.
Oh,
That's your advice.
okay.
Rubbin's racing, right?
That's right.
It's in the game.
There we go. Well, thank you both so very much. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, it's always great to have you. Good luck today, Joey.
Thank you very
Here
much.
for Joey Logano!
See you guys. Thank you.
Oh, fans, what a great... How about another big round of applause for these guys, man? Put on a heck of a show. Thank you, guys. I'll see you out there. I know. Are you sure, Joey, it wasn't you? Well, make sure you tag at NASCAR Trackside in your photos, Instagram, Twitter. We want to see your photos and videos. Some of that last exchange, I think, will make for good social fodder.
Absolutely. And didn't know that about Goldberg, that his wife was a stuntwoman and that he's actually maybe used the restroom on the NFL football field. Good to know.
We have lots more coming up in store for you here. Don't go anywhere. A lucky fan's going to get to play a game with William Byron here on the stage.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring up driver of the number 24, William Byron, out to the NASCAR Trackside last stage.
Come on out, William Byron!
Woo!
Let's see what kind of arm you got there.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice. She's good. She was like, nope, that's my shirt. Hello, how you doing? Hey, yo.
Long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see.
I know.
Great to have you
Nice
back
to see
out
ya.
here.
Good to see you, man.
How's it going?
There
nice
you
to see
go.
you.
Great
Yeah.
to see you. So you were here last week, and you had
I
so much
was.
fun. You wanted to come back.
I
right?
did. I ran well, so I was like, I might as well come back. Maybe it's good luck.
It's good. And you're in second, starting second again
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, we start second, so that's a good starting spot. So, but really just a starting spot. So we got 500 laps to go around here, and hopefully we can keep it up front all day and try to win this race.
Yeah, so Texas to Tennessee, you know, those two states are connected by a lot of different things, but we talked about Texas stuff at Texas Motor Speedway. Fans want to know, here at Bristol Motor Speedway, here in the Mountain South, Thunder Valley, Is there anything that you go do when you're here? Is there a specific barbecue you like, or do you get out and look at the mountains? What are some of the fun things to do when you come here to Northeast Tennessee?
Yeah, there's a lot of good things. I mean, downtown Bristol is just like 5 minutes away. There's a couple good local places there. I used to come here for races every year. My dad and I would camp out over there. It was too expensive to get a hotel, so we just camp out, and then I felt like that was a lot of fun coming to the night race here. Came to the spring race a couple times, but really just the atmosphere is amazing around the track. So really this weekend, just try to stay around the track for the most part and enjoy what's here in Bristol.
So I don't know, on State Street, you can stand right in the middle. There's a brass plaque that says Tennessee and Virginia, and you can stand in 2 states. Have you been there?
I've done that. Yeah, I've got a picture of my phone doing that. So everyone's got to do that when they come here, right?
Heck yeah. Well, post that on social media, and we'll reshare it so all these fans can see it.
Cool.
That would be fun to see.
There's a lot of stuff going on that street, too.
Oh, yeah. It's fun to watch. When you bring 2 states, 1 town together, it just makes it fun and exciting. Yes, wild is the right word.
I think a lot of things in Bristol here are wild. That track inside,
track
too.
is wild.
And the number 24 has had a lot of success here in the past. And your crew managers, he said that, you have a lot of confidence coming in here. But how do you feel? Is there any pressure coming in with, the history of the 24 here?
I mean, there's a little bit of pressure for sure. The 24 car has been strong here with Jeff. He's obviously had multiple wins. So, having the flames on the car and everything is a little bit of pressure. But, Chad and I go out there, try to do our normal deal. Obviously, it helps starting on the front row. But it's a long race, and we're going to try to, complete 500 laps and hopefully have a shot in the last 100 laps of the race. So, I feel like the groove's going to move around for sure. It's probably going to start on the bottom and end on the top, so that'll be an interesting challenge too.
Yeah. All right, Amy and I were talking earlier, and she's like, Jose, we got to ask him about the April Fool's joke. I don't know, did anybody see this online? All right, so
funny.
It was a great April Fool's joke that was played on William. Explain to us what happened, because you were pitching a product, and they really kind of got you there.
Yeah, that was, I don't know why. I didn't think that through at all. So they had Febreze cans, and they had them green screened or labeled, so it looked like something else, some other product. So we were
like
trying to
Freshums?
Yeah, Freshums. So we were trying to promote Freshums, air spray, which just sounds really dumb now, but I don't know. At the time, I was supposed to just sit there and spray the can and act like I'm promoting that for a sponsor. And after I sprayed it for about a minute long and it covered the whole room, I realized it was a joke. So.
Why did you realize it was a joke, William?
Well, it was pretty stupid, so I don't know.
Well, are you hesitant going into other sponsored things now? Are you like, is this real? I'm going to Google this.
Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff we do is pretty legit, but, that one definitely should have caught my eye for sure.
Did you get anybody on April Fool's Day? Did you pull any pranks?
Not really, not this year. I had a couple pulled on me, but nothing too extreme. What about you? Anything?
Not this year. One year I did tell my family I got kicked out of my apartment at Florida State. That didn't go over well.
Oh.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah. My youngest daughter hid a pair of shoes under my pillow, and I didn't notice till I was almost asleep. And I was like, what is going on? And I look underneath the pillow. She's here somewhere, Olivia, wherever you are. Thanks for... And I lifted up the pillow, and there's a pair of shoes and a note that said, April Fools.
Oh, man.
So you're no Princess in the Pea then if you...
Yes, exactly. I was like, how did I not notice this when I laid down?
My dad gets our family every year by saying he ran out of gas, but he does it so early you forget what day it is. So
the
early.
sneaky one.
He's sneaky.
Yeah, I love the sneaky one. So if you were to pay retribution, perhaps, what kind of prank would you play? Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a good question. What kind of pranks can you play on a race team? They're so serious. I don't know. They take everything seriously. What do you think?
I don't know. I think
not
maybe...
show up for practice or act like you're not going to show up for practice or something?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. That would...
Somebody's done that. I mean, that's happened a few times, legitimately.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. Like, where's William at? I don't know. I'd hide in a porta potty somewhere and, just like jump out and surprise him.
That would be funny.
We did hear last week also that those porta potties, they get pretty full before the race actually starts too. So have you mapped out, where they are so you can get there after intros?
That's like the big panic as a driver is like where the restrooms are. So dumb. But because everyone always asks, like, what do you do in the race? You know, so I don't know. You just try to find a porta potty, I guess.
I think we found the prank. It's hide the porta potty. Like just,
Yeah. Or just lock them all.
Yeah.
You only know where the one that is unlocked.
True.
Just you.
True.
That would be so cruel, though, right?
That would be cruel.
Yeah,
I mean,
that would
or like taking somebody's steering wheel. I know. I was listening to
that's
Dale's podcast this week, and I guess Rusty Wallace did that to Dale Sr. one time. So that would be a funny prank. Like take somebody's, gloves or something, ear molds. Like just have that moment of panic for another driver would be funny.
So
Just a little bit.
yeah, so Rusty's going to join us right after you're on the stage. So he's going to be out here. So we'll ask him the question for you and see if we can get some more pranks for you.
Ask him what pranks he's done before. I'm sure there's a couple.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Yeah, he did have some great stories on the podcast. I can't wait to hear some more of those maybe.
Well, but if we talk about them on here, then you might not be able to do them. So we'll just pass them along. We'll send you a note or something like that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So do you want to stick around and play a game with
Sure,
us?
let's do it.
All right, great, perfect. So we already have it set up over here on our stage over here. So let's mosey on over.
Come
We're gonna
on.
play a little
Big round
bit
of applause for William
trackside
Byron.
pong. So how are your water gun skills?
Oh, not super good.
Not super good.
No.
Well, we're gonna get some practice in.
We'll see. What do
All
I have
right.
to play against?
We'll see.
Couple
We'll see.
people?
Hi there. How are you? All right,
your
right
hat?
up here. There we go. Perfect. And we have Lauren here to play our contestant. I'm just gonna put
Okay.
this back
This looks interesting.
over
Oh, yeah.
here.
Oh, I see. You gotta shoot. You gotta.
See, you've
That
already
ma-
figured
yeah.
it out.
Figured
That
it
makes
out.
sense.
This is Lauren. She's going to
Hey,
be your
how's it
competition
going?
today.
Nice to meet you.
Perfect. Now, Lauren, how are your water gun skills?
I know how to shoot a pistol.
She knows how to shoot a pistol.
Oh boy. Wow. You got me beat.
She's got her
For
beat.
sure.
All right, so this is how we're going to play this game. Everybody will take their spot behind the X. There we go. Over here, Lauren, behind the X.
There we
Perfect.
go.
All right, let me hand you your
Okay, it works.
weapon. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, then we're going to have a times clock, and we're going to need you to knock down each of these ping pong balls. Whoever does it first is going to be our winner. Do you
Wow.
feel ready?
That's tough.
All right.
You got this. All right.
All right, fans, are you ready to help cheer us on? First one to knock off all the ping pong balls wins. William, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right,
Let's do
are you
it.
ready? Okay, here we go. Fans, help us count down in 3, 2, 1. Fire away. Let's see what you got.
Lauren, nice
Oh.
job. 1, 2.
He's moving down the line. Come on, cheer him on.
Dang.
Who's
Oh,
gonna
no.
win?
She does.
Yes!
Wow.
She
killed
smoked
me.
you.
Good
You
job.
smoked
That was
it.
impressive.
I can outshoot a Marine, I'm sorry.
How do you know this?
My stepbrother's a Marine.
Her stepbrother is a Marine. Nice job. Well, do you want to give William some redemption here? I think that we've got some time to play a little bit longer.
Yeah. Let's
All
do
right,
best 2 out
here
of
we go.
3.
Let's
Oh,
right?
I like
Let's
best 2 out of
reset real
3.
quick.
Yeah. All right.
Getting there.
Oh.
Man, she's even knocking mine down. Not even giving me a
There we-
shot.
All right.
Perfect.
In all fairness, how about we give William a little bit
Oh,
of
perfect.
bigger firepower? Here we
need
go.
2 hands for that one.
There you go. Boom.
Wow.
That's a 2-hander right there.
Hang on. Don't test it yet. Don't test it yet.
Ah. Here we go. We're going to get it set up here with our crew here. William, I got to ask, how do you feel now that you've got a little more firepower?
I feel great now. I got it. It's like having a faster race car. It's perfect.
Ooh.
Nice.
She does not look happy over there.
How do you feel about him having a little bit more ammo?
I'm not intimidated.
Oh.
I'm just knock the whole slate down. Just spray and
You
see
think
where,
it's that
which ones
easy,
fall down.
huh?
Wearing a white shirt.
All right, here we
Okay.
go. Fans, are you ready? All right, here, let's count them down and cheer them on. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. See what you got.
You got
Oh,
this.
look at
You got
this.
this, Lauren. You
Oh.
got this, Lauren.
Taking it down. Yeah.
Nice job. Come right over here.
William,
That wasn't fair. That was too easy.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
I beat him once, it's fine.
You beat him the time that counts. So yeah. And Lauren, for coming up here and playing a little game on NASCAR
We got-
Trackside Live, William's got something for you.
Well, we got some hot passes for you today, so
Yeah.
appreciate it. Like the hat. It's awesome, so thanks for the support. Should be a fun race.
Perfect. Everyone give it
that's
up
right.
for Lauren.
Oh, man. And how about it for William Byron over here?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for coming out, being a good sport, and a little extra added horsepower there at the end.
That's right.
I think pushed it over the line.
That's right. That was too easy.
That one's my favorite. Well, thank you both so very much for joining us here. There you are. William, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
And good luck today.
Appreciate it.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. Fans, how you doing out there? Are you enjoying NASCAR Trackside Live? We've got much more show coming up for you. We've got Hall of Famer Rusty Wallace joining us today. We're also going to have Ty Dillon up here joining us. Who do you guys think is going to win the Food City 500? Nice job.
Yeah, and we have having such fun today that this is just going to keep on going. You're going to want to make sure you tune in on NASCAR.com/Trackside Live. You can watch back this episode and all of our shows. We're going to be having a great lineup for you at our next couple of races, so you're going to want to tune in and find that out. And remember, follow us at NASCAR Trackside on Instagram and Twitter. We love to see your photos and videos. So get in here nice and close. We've got our final slate here. Oh, look at that. You're going to take a little photo. Make some noise right now. We'll post this online here and share
a little
it.
bit of action. That not only on our at NASCAR Trackside handles, but also on NASCAR Snapchat. So let's hear some noise, everyone.
Come on. Let me hear you, Bristol.
Nice job.
Once again, thanks so much to everybody for coming out. It's a beautiful day. The sun's out here at Bristol. I think one more time before we invite our final guests here onto the stage, I'd love to hear another It's Bristol Baby. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea.
All right, one more It's Bristol Baby, and then we're going to do a little guest action and some interviews up here. So on the count of three, It's Bristol Baby. 1, 2, 3.
They're still with us. They're still with us. What do you say we keep this show rolling?
Let's do it. Well, let's bring up our next guest. Please, NASCAR Hall of Famer Rusty Wallace. Thank you
guys.
so much for joining us
to see
again.
you.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row, huh?
I know. We're the lucky ones. It's so great to see you.
Well, you're at my track now.
Yeah. How does it feel to be here?
It feels awesome to be here at Bristol because, I mean, I won here 9 times, and this is one of my favorite tracks. When people say, what's your favorite track? I always tell them Bristol.
And how many times do you hear It's Bristol Baby? Like that?
I hear that a lot, and that gets me jacked up. It really does, because it is Bristol, baby, and it's there's nothing like it. It's just the track is so small, it's so fast, it's so crazy. It's unreal, and so I love coming here.
And you've got your first win back in '86 here, which is a huge deal as well. It's how have the trophies changed throughout the years? You've got a couple of them.
Well, I've got 9 of them, yeah, like you said, but I'll never forget that '86 trophy. The front of it, the plate on the front is silver. And then if you go down to Hall of Fame, where I got a couple of them down there, they're black. So the look of the trophies change a little bit, but the cup is the same and the height is the same, but the looks are a little bit different. And then they started putting the sponsors on the front of the trophies, you know. So you got the Valleydale 500 trophy, then you got all these different sponsors that were sponsoring the race when I won on there too. So that's the distinguishing difference.
Well,
You know what? Let's go ahead and bring out our next guest, Ty Dillon. Come on out, Ty. Ty's going to join us here. We'll chat a little bit with Ty. Let's see how his arm is. Oh, he's doing the hesitate there. I like that.
He was all decked out in 9 stuff.
Welcome
I didn't know if we needed to change it up.
so
I think we do.
We were talking a little bit about the trophies, and you're going for one today here. So it's going to be, I think it's a sword this year.
So they have the traditional trophy, but then they also give the sword. And it is the last great Coliseum, and I'm curious to know, what are some of the craziest things that these drivers could do with sword? Ty, if you win the race, you get the sword, what would you do with it?
I might have a Step Brothers moment, go in my basement, chop up some watermelon, and use it on something. You got to use it, right? But no, we're excited to go for that sword today. Bristol has been a really good track for me. All the short tracks are an opportunity for our race team to really step up, and we just came out of a great finish at Martinsville, where we ended up 13th. We probably should have been better than that. I had 2 speeding penalties on pit road. our Geico Camaro was really strong in practice yesterday, and we're looking forward to putting on a good performance for everybody.
So, Rusty, I'll ask you the same question. That sword that's a pretty cool thing. And it's real, too. It's sharp. I've seen it. You could cut some things up.
I would definitely treasure it. There's no doubt about that. I'd take that baby and shine it up and hang it up. And I remember, what year was it? The Cal Busch won at Nashville and had a beautiful guitar.
Yes.
Remember they gave him the guitar and he took and crushed the guitar and destroyed it I think he was trying to celebrate, but it didn't come off that way. So I wouldn't take my sword and hurt it in any way.
No smashing it up, that's for sure.
Now, you don't have a sword from Bristol. You have all the trophies, but they have yet to give you one,
I
right?
do not have a sword from Bristol. I just got the trophies, and that's it. Although, it's funny you're talking about swords. When we opened up our Toyota dealership many years ago, they showed up, and as a ceremonial deal to give us when we opened the dealership up, they gave me a gigantic sword. So I got this big sword hanging on my wall at home because of that, but nothing to do with racing, though.
Well, we might be able to petition to get you one. You got 9 wins. What do you say?
Yeah, really.
Happen, right?
See if we put that petition in there. Oh, well, speaking of throwing sharp things, Ty, you were hanging out with us at Texas last week, and we threw some axes together.
Yes, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I got it from the close distance. I tried to back up, and I could never land it. But that's a lot of fun. So I'm an amateur axe thrower, so don't challenge me.
Rusty, have you ever thrown an axe?
No, I have not thrown. Well, yes, I have, but not practice or anything. Just thrown it because I was mad, I think. That's about it.
Axes, water bottles.
That's a good one.
Who's counting?
He's talking about the arrow, right? Yeah, I know you are. He's talking about an arrow. This is a long time ago. I was over at Dale's seniors' farmhouse watching them build a short track car. He wanted me to come over and hang out and drink some beer and stuff, so we're over having some Miller Lights. Yeah, he drank Miller Lite back then. He really did. And he said, hey, I want to show you something. He said, come out here. I'm going to show you this new bow and arrow I got. It's really amazing. So he pulled it out of this big box, and he was aiming at the side of this building, and he thought he was just going to hit the side of the building and the arrow wouldn't go through or something, I guess. I don't know. So he pulls it back, and he fires the arrow, and it goes through the side of the building and goes right into the oil cooler of his brand new race car. He was getting ready to run in the Daytona, the 300-miler down to Daytona, and I'll never forget, he walks in that garage, and he was like to die, because it took him forever to get that oil cooler, because he had it custom made, and he shot his own arrow right through his own race car.
That sounds terrible. You're
No,
not a
it's a true
stranger.
story. I was there.
You're not a stranger to bow and arrows either.
I've done a little bit of bow hunting in my days. I haven't done it in a while, but I've been on a couple elk hunts with a bow, and I've done a lot of hunting with a gun, and kind of the next chapter of my hunting career and my hunting life is all bow hunting. I like trying to get as close as we can, and the times of the year that you get to go bow hunting is a little bit better than gun hunting too. So it's a passion of mine that obviously I was raised around, and growing up around my grandfather and people like Johnny Morris, I've been able to go on some really special hunting trips, and shooting bows is a really cool thing.
Well, you're sitting here next to Rusty Wallace. Are there some favorite memories or moments that you have of watching Rusty race?
No offense, I was so young back when those guys. This is the honest truth. I was so young. I was barely watching much of the race. I knew who won, and I knew what was going on. I have so much respect now. I've gone back and watched some of these races, but live and in time, I was just a kid. I was more worried about being an MRO and hanging out with the other kids, but people like Rusty and Dale who've paved the way for guys like myself. I have so much respect for what they've done in this sport to where it is now, and I'm just lucky and proud to be one that keeps to carry it on, and we appreciate where we come from. The history of our sport matters the most, because that's how we get to where we are now.
Yeah, lots of respect there, lots of respect. So one time whenever you joined us here at NASCAR Trackside Live, you were filming part of your YouTube series, which I saw is still going on, and your daughter is in it, and she is adorable, by the way. When's the next episode, and how can we watch?
Yeah, so looking at doing an episode for Talladega. Talladega is going to be my 100th career start, which means a lot to me, and just to be able to have the opportunity to drive a race car for 100 starts in the Cup Series means everything to me. So we're going to do another episode there. It's been cool. You can go on YouTube and just type in my name, Ty Dillon. It's The Ride. You can follow every single race. Last year we did it. We're just going to do 10 or 15 this year. So join in. You get to see what my life is like outside the track and on the track, and see what it's like for my family. you can watch my daughter grow for the past year and a half, and she's the light of our world, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
That's cool. Well, fans, make sure you tune in. That is really fun to watch. Rusty, we were talking earlier with some fans about your great wins here and some of their favorite memories, but I'm curious to know some of your favorite thoughts when you come back here to the Last Great Coliseum.
Well, I think when I come here, I think about the wins, obviously, but probably my first win all the way back in 1986 when I left Missouri as this young kid running all the short tracks, and I get an opportunity to get in NASCAR, and I come down here and I win my very first race on a short track. And it was kind of like the tracks we used to run up in the Midwest, Winchester, Indiana, and Salem, Indiana, tracks like that. Real high bank, half-mile tracks. But when I come down here, I was almost in disbelief that I won the race, and I led a lot of the laps that day. Sometimes you get lucky. I've had some wins where I was flat lucky and won. But that particular day in Bristol, we just had a really fast car, and I surprised myself and won that race. And probably the memory I remember so much is coming off the racetrack to come to Victory Lane, and Leonard Wood comes down, and he's the first guy to meet me at the car. And he sticks his hand in there, and he says, "Man, I've never seen a run like that." And I didn't know what that meant until later him and I talked. But now him and I got put in the Hall of Fame together in the 2013 class. And so to have Leonard Wood meet me on Victory Lane and us being in the Hall of Fame, and then later he said, "I liked how you would run that car in the corner back then, and you would let a diamond. You'd slide it up about a lane, and you somehow get that thing turned, and you come right down the hill with all that momentum." And back then, the track was solid concrete like it is now, but it was one banking angle, and it was different the way you drove it. But, man, to have that guy come to me that race, and it being my first race, it's a race I'll never forget.
That's a cool memory. You also got your 50th win here, but I'm curious also some of the things that Bristol have done for you, grandstands full with the big signs when you were having your last race here. That was a memory. I was here and got to watch that. That was really cool. Bristol full with "Thank you, Rusty Wallace," the number 2 up there. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. They did a card trick for my retirement where they flipped the cards over and it said, "Thanks, Rusty." And then to name this grandstand right behind us, the Rusty Wallace grandstand is pretty cool too. So that was a neat deal. But Bristol's been wonderful to me. They've done some really cool things. And then last year, for the Short Track Nationals, our dealerships actually sponsored that race. We sponsored all the Short Track Nationals here, which was pretty cool to see the world's best short trackers show up. Yeah, I love Bristol. Just everything about it. And people come up to me all the time and say, "Hey, man, how'd you end up with all these car dealerships in Bristol, Tennessee area?" In Tennessee, I got 8 of them now. And I said, "It's because of this track. That's where I first met the guys that I partnered up with. And if it wasn't for Bristol, I wouldn't be in that business. We're in a really, really big way right now."
So you've had immense success here. Do you have any advice for Ty?
Yeah, he's got the best people in the world giving him advice. He doesn't need me to tell him anything. The cars drive different now, but I would tell you, the laps around here are so fast, you just got to be super hyper-focused every single lap. And you always got to be thinking, what can I do to make this car better? Even if you got a bad car, you can't go, "Man, I got a bad car. I'm just going to have to ride this thing out." You got to stay working on it all day long. But Ty knows that.
Thank you. No, it's such an honor to hear that from you, and we can always learn from you guys. There's never enough information for a young guy like myself to learn. Thank you.
All right, so Ty, you're sitting here next to Hall of Famer Rusty Wallace, and you can ask him any question you want. What are you going to ask Rusty? Doesn't have to be racing related. Could be anything.
My car is free today. We finished practice a little free. Am I going to be all right? Do I need to tighten that thing up for 500 laps around here to get the job done? What do you think?
I think you're going to have to tighten it up. I really
Okay,
do.
all right.
I don't
Good,
think
that
I don't think
helps.
the car's going to fix itself.
Yeah, all right.
This morning I actually got to go on a pace car ride, and Daniel Hemrick was my driver, which was a huge surprise, but super exciting. But the banking here is incredible. It's insane. I've just never been so. It was nuts. I was hanging on.
Yeah, for sure. We're running around here at 14.8, I think is what I ran yesterday in practice, and that's a couple tenths faster than what the track record was previously. And we're getting around here so fast now that things are, like Rusty said, you have no option but to think so far ahead, and you're trying to catch your breath. And the last 3 years that I've come here, after first practice, I usually catch my breath, and then it slows down. It's taken all the way through final practice for me to be able to catch my breath, but it usually slows down a notch for you in the race. But we're getting around here so fast, and that banking angle is so incredible. This is one of the coolest tracks. It's my favorite track because it gives everything that you got to be a race car driver, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and it all comes out here at Bristol.
I got a question for you.
Oh, I like this, yeah.
I got a question for you. This happened to me actually many times. Have you ever been so wound up at this racetrack that you're just grinding those laps out, knocking it out, and you come down and you're like, am I in the front straightaway or am I in the back straightaway?
Yes, that's happened to me last year. I got pretty spun around pretty bad throughout the final stage, and luckily we had a caution before we had to do pit road because I was not going to find my pit road at all.
Oh, man, I was here racing, and I just get going like crazy, and I'm like, and I come off turn 4, and I'm thinking I'm off of turn 4, and I'm really off of turn 2, and I can't find the start-finish line. I'm like, what is going on? And you're just, man, ripping around this thing. It's like somebody's got a nail in the center of the track with a string and just whipping you around, and you're like, you forget where you're at. You're going so fast, and you're so focused, and I'm like, man, I feel like an idiot, but... You know, then I started talking to other drivers and says, oh, man, I can't believe that happened to you. That happened to me, too.
Somebody described it once as feeling like they were in a blender going around,
kinda.
you know, and the speeds here are so crazy. And I know, you know, back when you were racing, Rusty, you were trying to get to that 14-second mark, but now we're blasting that out of the water. And I'm curious, why? What is it like going around that fast? Try to describe to the fans, because the steepness of the banking, they can get out there and walk around, but they can't feel what it's like to go that fast around this track.
Actually, my question was going to go to Ty about that, because I've never run here before with the spoilers this big. And now, from what you had last year here to what you have now, it's extreme difference, it looks to me. Can you feel that downforce difference?
I think the biggest thing is, with the big spoiler and all the downforce now, is we can drive it in the corner deeper. Usually you had that, and you're picking up the throttle earlier. So usually you had that little lull of time where you're out of the gas and you had that smooth moment on the brake and on the throttle. But now it's just so quick that you're not getting any kind of breather, any kind of rest. Everything's just happened quicker. The time on and off the throttle, the work of the steering wheel is getting faster and faster. The quicker the laps are, the more you're working. And from last year to this year, it seems there's a little bit difference though, because last year, without the downforce, it was harder to drive, so that's a whole different type of stress on your body and everything. But now with just the constant speed, it's the reaction time that just gets crazy.
So you should be able to, since you're going so fast and the lap times are quicker, we should have the race get over earlier, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Beat some weather. Well, thank you both so very much for joining us here on NASCAR Trackside Live. Ty, good luck today.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, and Rusty, enjoy watching the race today.
I will. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us out here.
Thank
Give
you,
it
guys.
up
Y'all
one
have
more
fun
time.
today.
How about it, fans? Thanks so much. Fans, catch the race today, 2 o'clock, Food City 500 on FS1. Have a great day out there at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Ow. We got some Rusty Wallace signed hats. Who wants those?